Welcome to Explore the Possibilities. I'm Joyce Tice, Director at the History Center in Mansfield. I'd like to tell you some of what we're doing here. My interest in history started back about 1992 when I started genealogy. I followed that with a very large website, and that brought me into local history. So when I was able, I started a museum in my barn. In 2012, we moved into the Neal House in Mansfield, and a couple years later, we were able to acquire this building, which is the original Methodist Church in Mansfield, built in 1848. We call this building the Museum of Us. When you come into the History Center, we have exhibits that showcase what people from Mansfield have done. We have exhibits that showcase some of their hobbies, their careers. We also have a lot of artifacts that show us the history of Mansfield's businesses. And we have a nice display of books and maps on the Erie Division of the Tioga Railroad. Our objective is to memorialize and celebrate the lives of Mansfield's people, their businesses, and their organizations. And it gives us an enriched experience of the qualities of the community. One of our greatest resources is our genealogy database. This includes over 100,000 people with historic or present-day links to the greater Mansfield area. It takes us all the way back to New England or even Europe and right up to the present, with all the interlinked relationships of the people in our community and people who've been here a shorter time as well. We also have slideshows that we put up here. One of them shows the changes in Mansfield streets from the earliest photos we have right up until the present. We have interviews with people who grew up here that we show on the TV. We have people come here from all over the country who are researching their ancestors who lived in the community. And we have information about those in many cases that they're not going to find online. Our whole purpose is to build up the detail of the people who've been part of this community and to emphasize their role in everything that's gone on here. So we're able to give them an element of understanding their ancestor that they might not get elsewhere.
I think the importance about the History Center and the real positive things that we offer to the community, and particularly to visitors that come here, that don't particularly have a lot of background about what occurred in the Mansfield or the region around Mansfield, is all the remarkable ties that we have to national and international history here. This room has exhibits, and some of those exhibits include Jim Thorpe. Now, how would you ever think that Jim Thorpe was tied into Mansfield? But Jim Thorpe wrote a letter to a Mansfield citizen who played on his team, one of the first teams in the NFL, the Canton Bulldogs. And we have that Thorpe letter here to that citizen in Mansfield. Mansfield is well known as being the birthplace of night football. So an event that occurred here on September 28, 1892, just blocks from this building, is recreated every Friday night hundreds of thousands of times in this country. That all started here in Mansfield, Pennsylvania. We have hundreds of stories like that, and they all dwell here. You can read about some of the people who created unbelievable events in humanity. This is the repository of all those things great in history. I think the unique thing about this particular building and the services that we offer is to come in and look around. And you'll see something right away that you'll say, gosh, I didn't know that. That happened in Mansfield? That person was from Mansfield? All that is here. If you're an outside visitor to the area, it's worth your time and effort to stop by and see us.
You can connect to us by email, histcent83@gmail.com. Our website is at joycetice.com. Our phone number is 570-250-9829. We also have a Facebook under the History Center on Main Street. For more information about our area, go to visit Potter-Tioga.com. We're looking forward to seeing you here at the History Center on Main Street in our beautiful town of Mansfield.